Many are upset over the Jake Paul and Mike Tyson fight, with some people claiming that it was rigged because many people bet a lot of money and they lost a lot of money. Allegedly, there's this script that got leaked showing how the fight was supposed to go down between
Mike Tyson has just been hit with a lawsuit for orchestrating what many are calling the biggest scam in recent boxing history. Fans eagerly waited 6 long months for this highly touted, legendary fight, only to be presented with a scripted, tarnished spectacle. Tyson and his team might have their reasons, but let's be honest, why build up so much hype if you were going to deliver such a disappointing event? This wasn't just a waste of time, money, and energy. It was a betrayal of the emotions and trust of millions of boxing enthusiasts.
Paul and Mike Tyson fight.
Interesting.
Script.
How so? What do you mean by
It's just
script?
weird. It just
Like scripted in what way?
no, I don't know. I actually really like Jake Paul. It just seems so it's odd, bro.
The timing. It's a timing.
I mean,
He
it's
fights
obviously
two-
odd.
No, he fights 2 no names, beats them both.
How do you plan to make amends for this disaster? The damage is done, and let me tell you, it's significant. Fans have lost faith in the authenticity of future fights. And it's not just your reputations that are tarnished. You've sullied the entire sport of boxing. Congratulations, you've officially hit a new low.
Well, X has spoken. The fight was scripted. Everyone is talking about this on X, and the script was actually leaked on X a few days.
Fans shelled out millions for this fiasco. Pay-per-view sales through the roof, sold-out tickets, and sky-high anticipation. But what did we get? A fight so fake even WWE fans shrugged and said, "We've seen better." Jake walked away with a $4 million payday. Tyson pocketed $20 million, and the audience was left with nothing but disappointment. To make matters worse, a leaked script surfaced, accurately predicting the fight round by round. Furious fans are now suing, calling this what it truly was, false advertising at its finest.
And one reason only, and that is the money. He's getting paid so much money to do this. So that tells me he's getting bought. So again, it is sad that someone like Mike Tyson.
Round 1 begins, and there's a flicker of hope that maybe, just maybe, this won't be a disaster. Tyson enters with his classic bob and weave, while Paul prances around like he's the second coming of Muhammad Ali. Tyson lands a couple of jabs, and Paul throws a quick combo. For a moment, it seems real. But then, reality sets in. Tyson's timing is off, and he appears to be boxing in slow motion. Paul, on the other hand, looks like he's struggling not to trip over his own feet. When he finally lands a solid left hook, the crowd goes wild for about 5 seconds before the excitement fades again. Tyson's stamina is already waning, while Paul, full of youthful energy, bounces around like it's a schoolyard fight. Tyson tries to fight back, but his once famous moves have turned into sluggish flails. Paul struts around the ring as if he's just knocked out the ghost of Muhammad Ali. It's embarrassing for everyone involved: Tyson, Paul, and the sport of boxing. The fight ends with Paul knocking Tyson down, and despite Tyson's warrior heart, he can't beat the 10 count. Jake Paul wins by KO. But there's a much bigger issue here: Mike Tyson's health. Just months before this circus act, Tyson was literally fighting for his life. He underwent 8 blood transfusions and lost half his blood due to complications from an ulcer. Yet somehow, someone decided he was ready to fight. The medical clearance process for this bout was a joke. Tyson, who had lost 25 pounds while recovering from his near-death experience, was thrown into the ring with a guy half his age, and fans were expected to believe this wasn't a cash grab. Tyson himself didn't even try to hide it. He openly said, "I did it for my bills." Think about that. The man who once ruled boxing was reduced to participating in a scripted event just to pay his expenses. It's tragic. Sure, Tyson walked away with $20 million, but at what cost? His legacy, his dignity. It's heartbreaking to watch a legend stoop so low. And then there's Jake Paul. This guy sells himself as the savior of boxing. Yet he's the one who has turned the sport into a clown show, complete with scripts and fake rivalries. Tyson, a man who deserved so much better, became just another pawn in Jake's game. But let's not give Tyson a free pass here either. This fight wasn't about skill or legacy. It was about cold, hard cash. Jake Paul didn't just fight Tyson, he used him. Tyson was the bait. The legendary name Jake needed to pull off yet another payday disguised as a boxing match. It wasn't a competition. It was a money grab dressed up as a historic event. Fans shelled out their hard-earned cash for tickets and pay-per-view, thinking they were about to witness an epic clash. Instead, they got what felt like a YouTube parody of a real fight. The only thing missing was Jake vlogging mid-round about how he's revolutionizing boxing. And now, with the backlash in full swing, boxing legends like Evander Holyfield and Buster Douglas have torn this fight apart. Holyfield pointed out that Tyson's balance and movement were a disaster, while Douglas didn't mince words, calling the fight a cash grab that spat in the face of boxing's integrity. They're right. Tyson, once a force of nature, was reduced to a sluggish shadow of his former self. Meanwhile, Jake strutted around as if he just redefined the sport. Adding insult to injury, a leaked script surfaced, predicting the fight round by round with eerie accuracy. Fans are furious and have filed lawsuits, calling this what it truly was, false advertising at its finest. After the fight, speculation ran rampant that it was all just a cash grab, and Jake Paul's post-fight comments didn't help. He had the audacity to say, "I didn't want to hurt Mike." Please, let's not pretend this was some noble act of restraint. Jake Paul isn't a hero sparing the legend. He's a businessman milking every drop of Tyson's legacy for his own profit. And Tyson knew exactly what this was. He literally said he took the fight to pay his bills. Imagine being the heavyweight champion of the world, a boxing icon, and ending up as a supporting actor in Jake Paul's reality show. It's tragic. Now, the backlash is deserved and brutal. Tyson, who once commanded respect and awe, is now seen as a man who compromised his legacy for payday. Jake Paul, on the other hand, continues to profit, turning boxing into a spectacle that prioritizes entertainment over authenticity. In the end, this fight wasn't about the sport, it was about money. And while Tyson pocketed $20 million, he did so at the expense of his legacy and the trust of millions of fans. This wasn't a legendary fight, it was a scripted circus, and everyone involved should be held accountable for tarnishing the integrity of boxing.